Hey guys, how is everyone doing? I was supposed to go about an hour and 10 minutes away today for a meeting and then come back, and the guy is sick, so he just cancelled on me, which I always, instead of being like, oh no, I really wanted that meeting because it means work and rah 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 rah, I always try to be rejection is protection. It's the universe's way in looking after me in another way, and I need to get ahead on the assignments at college, because she actually wanted us, I think, to have the whole next assignment done on the knowledge-based questions before tomorrow. I still have a little bit to do on my last assignment. It's due on Sunday. So that's given me some space now, and we've taken on a new client that there's a shitload of paperwork with. So it's probably a blessing, and rejection is protection to then give me time for this. But I've missed coming on here. I have, and I've just been so bogged down, but this is what gives me the spark and the fire energy to do my other stuff. And I thought I'd come on. We've got a full moon on Monday, and I just pulled some cards for the collective energy and see what comes up. I'll just move my bay leaves out of the way, because this is one of those, look at that, I didn't even have to shuffle. We'll do 3 cards. I had been thinking, it's been in my brain for a while, about maybe just doing a bit of a live and a chat and pulling some cards for people. So either people can ask me one feng shui question, or I can pull a card from them and talk about the cards, because I have all these decks. I have so many decks and I do not use them, and I should probably try to get better at using them. So I thought that could be a way I do it, and I have like different decks, so each time I come on I'll use a different deck. Now that flew out, but I'm also going to take this one as well because it's kind of skyways on top. And as always, I like to look at the shadow energy. Conquer your fear. So for some of us, subconsciously, we have a fear that we need to conquer. And I think for me right now, sorry, I'm moving stuff out of the way. I think for me right now, it's the fear that I'm not good enough. That my answers are not good enough on my assignment. Maybe my content's not good enough to put up here. So see if that one resonates with you. And then we'll look at the 4 cards. I've got the book here, but I'm going to try and see what I can do without the book. So the first one we've got is Metal Horse, engage the heart to heal, which I take that as I'm doing a lot of brain work and I'm not doing a lot of heart work, and this kind of stuff is my heart work. It can be cuddling the dog, the self-care, it can be spending time in nature, just dropping away from what the head wants to do and do a bit of what that heart space wants to do to allow that healing to come forward. Then we've got, I just said self-care, rest and retreat, the wood bird. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Double down on self-care, double down on downtime. Actually love how much pink is in that. Yeah, just take time for yourself. This full moon is pretty hectic, so it's supposed to be very challenging, especially if you were like me going through that energy at the end of March, because it's somehow in, I think part of it's in Libra, or Pluto's in Libra or something, so it's bringing up that shit that we had to go through at the end of March, which was not nice. And then we've got the fire rabbit. I am actually a fire rabbit, and I remember one of the other spiritual teachers, I did one of these with him, but it was your astrology, and he's like, oh, you're a fire rabbit, I don't like the sound of that, sounds like you're running around on fire. But there's actually, like, I'll read it from the book, there's a lovely alternative meaning of the fire rabbit, and that's talking about inspiration. welcoming inspiration. And again, doing this inspires me. So it's another nod. If it was my reading, it's another nod to go, you need to get back and make sure you're doing this, because this is what gives you energy. Yeah, so our light shines brightest when we can easily find the joy within. The key to cultivating that inner joy is following your muse. Yin fire. Yin is the slow burning fire, which is great because, like, again, that guy was like, oh, you're a hot burning rabbit running around, but it's a slow burning fire, so it's more sustainable. While the rabbit, a yin wood sign associated with the artist, creates. Collaborate with the muse when she comes as a flash of inspiration, and feel the heart expand as you transform ideas into form. Look, I'm not going to read any more of it, but I'll read the message from heaven. With yin fire, the heavenly frequency, make joy your first priority. Cultivating inner joy is hard work, but once you've found it, it will lead you to a cycle of positive changes. So yeah, again, I need to go back on that. So I might read the message from heaven for each of us. So we'll start with the shadow card, and then we'll do this wild card, which I haven't looked at yet, that flew out of the deck. And I'm just going to read the message from heaven. So yang, water, so that's fast moving water, which is symbolized by the waterfall there in the background. Intimidates but also inspires wonders. Imagine all the possibilities that are waiting for you once you step out of your fear. And something I'm going to say about that is, do you guys ever get like that nervous anxiety energy when you go to do something, be it step on a plane, or I don't know why, but when I got this tattoo, this big tattoo, I got really like nervous energy. And it's funny because I had been listening to Mel Robbins maybe a month before that, and she hates flying. And she has this whole theory about like, that's just my body getting excited. Nervousness and anxiety, well, maybe not anxiety, but like that nervous anxiety, you know, that nervousness, oh my God, I got to go to the dentist and it's going to hurt, or I've got to go for an operation, or I've got to fly, or whatever, I've got to cross over a bridge, whatever it is that you hate doing that you need to do. It's your body getting excited. So if we can reframe that it's our body getting excited. So it's like, oh, it's just my body getting excited, and then this happened, and that means I'm one step closer. So again, taking the analogy of the airplane, because she hated that. Oh, I'm just through check-in now. That means I'm one step closer to getting home. And then she goes to board the plane. That means I'm another step closer. Oh, that bang, that's just a door closing, which means I'm another step closer. And that's the engines. And now we're reversing to go down the runway, the taxiway. And that means I'm another step and another step. And I'm getting closer and closer and closer to my goal at the end. If you hate the dentist, yeah, but I'm going to have lovely clean teeth at the end of this. If it's the tattoo, I'm gonna have the most amazing tattoo. If you know, if it's whatever, so focusing on that end result. And it could work with weight loss, working out, studying. Like, I'm trying to tell myself every day, it's one more assignment down, one less to do, because I'm really struggling with how heavy and technical and professional all these documents that we have to make as part of the course, and I'm really struggling with it. And like, even things like the way the questions are worded, I have to ask ChatGPT to reword the question in a way that I can understand it. And I'm like, hey ChatGPT, does this one mean that they just want the goals and the benefits of this? Because, you know, it's like strategic objectives and rah. So think outside the box and think how you can get to it. This one and this one are very similar, because it's talking about healing from the heart, and then finding joy first, and then by finding joy, you're getting your healing. So let's just see what the metal horse has to say for himself. Yang metal in the heavenly frequency, like a sword, clears the path. You may be hurting now, but you will look back in the future and realize that grieving is a necessary process that helps you move forward. And that is part of the energy of these few days, that we're grieving and we're shedding and we're letting go and we're transforming and we're stepping into a new version of ourselves. So that is all on point. Let me get to the wood bird. That one's a bit further on in the book. Yin wood, so again slow wood, gets its strength from gentleness. Treat your mind and body gently to improve your well-being. So again, it's all just find things to be joyful this weekend. That's going to help you with your transformation and your healing, and don't be afraid of it. You have to have endings in order to have a new beginning. You have to have endings to create space in order to have a new beginning. So yeah, so that's the message. Now let's see what this wild card was that flew out. Water bird, speak your truth. So maybe it is that I had to jump on here and go, it's okay, I'm struggling too. We're all struggling right now. It is the year of the wood snake. So it's going to be a tough year. And apparently until July next year, it's going to be pretty tough. So yeah. The bird knows that, oh sorry, that's the message from Earth, but I'll read it anyway. So there's a message from heaven, a message for Earth, but you have to trust that these things are happening in certain ways. The bird knows that our reality is a reflection of our thoughts. Speak kindly to yourself from a place of love, and the truth will embrace you. The message from heaven: our mind, like water, gets muddy at times. Wait until the mind is clear and calm before you speak. And that is so true. That is like sometimes, and when I was going through this in March, I was like, what the fuck is going on with me? Sometimes that can happen. That it's really, really, really hard to turn that brain off and get over it and just take a breath and do what you gotta do. I'm just going to find the wood snake here if I can, because this is the energy of this year and it's all about growth and transformation, but I'll share it with you guys. But with that speaking your truth, journal. Journaling really, really helps. I don't do it often. I do not do it enough. But when I do, it really, really helps. And you can do things like morning pages, which is where you just free write. 2 or 3 pages. It's up to you how big you want that diary to be, but don't commit to A4, because I did that before and I really, really struggled to write 3 pages first thing in the morning. It's also great to empty your brain at nighttime, so before you go to bed. Even just getting those to-do lists. If you are having negative thoughts, try and reframe it. Again, rejection is the universe's way of protecting you. Cancel, clear, delete that thought is something I got from Amanda Ellis. So when you go like, fuck this, or, you know, this is shit, I'm so crap at my workout today, it's like, no, cancel, clear, delete that. I turned up for my workout today and that's what matters. Yeah. And another one from Pam Gregory is angel spirits and guides, allow this conversation to be for the highest good of all. And I love that one, because that one takes it away from Bowen. This conversation just needs to benefit me. And it's like, if something good doesn't come out of that conversation, it wasn't meant to. Maybe it was meant to nip it in the bud and move on. Now I only have a minute left. So the wood snake is waiting and strategizing, followed by quick change when the time comes. And the message from heaven is wood needs water. Its resource element to grow. Stay curious, higher knowledge will bring you more options. And the message from Earth, the snake's yin fire can bring unpredictable energy, a reminder to anticipate uncertainties. Better be prepared when life throws you a curveball. This is the Chinese 5-element oracle. It's the one that I keep getting drawn to at the moment, probably because it's feng shui. But I'm loving it. That is your message. Please let me know if it resonates, and let me know if you want to hear more of these, because I do enjoy pulling cards. I don't call myself psychic, but I do enjoy this. Alright guys, I'm gonna run and get these up. If I have time, I will pop up some of the other videos I had filmed because there's still heaps there. And I'll talk to you guys later and have an awesome weekend. Cheers!